Me. So hi everyone. Good to have you all here for the February edition of 2024 Lighthouse Town Hall. We do these every month to keep everyone updated and posted on the latest updates, trends, community happenings globally. Jason actually is dialing in from Taipei. He's our Taipei and Asia partner. So excited to launch a few more Asia cities. We're going to do a road show together. Actually, Harrison's dialing in from Taipei as well. So why don't we everyone just like two words, which is your name, where you're from, and what are you most excited about right now? So I'll start. My name is Payam. I'm dialing in from Los Angeles, and I'm excited that it's sunny in LA. I'll just name names. So just really quick, name where you're from and what are you excited about?
Yeah,
Florence.
and a few words, please.
Yeah,
Not a whole,
yeah, not a sentence.
not a whole paragraph, okay, or a whole
Florence.
sentence.
Hi, everyone. Florence. I'm in LA, and I'm excited about making progress on this community that I'm building on the side.
Sophie.
Hi, I'm Sophie Vu. I'm in San Francisco, and I'm actually excited about this hot sauce competition I'm about to be a part of in an hour.
Awesome. Super cool. Constantine.
Sir, yeah, Sam, my name is Constantine. I'm in New York. I'm excited about life and I'm excited about going surfing soon.
Yeah, amazing, brother. Miro.
Yes, hi, it's Miro. I'm in San Diego right now, and excited about connecting with my friend, hearing Florence's wins about her Dings community. Super fun.
Awesome. Jason, where you're from and what are you excited about today?
All right, I'm from Taiwan right now, and as usual, very excited about my weekly training of the Qigong on the mountain of the dojo.
Yeah, I've done that with him. It's fascinating. Shine.
Hey, Shine from Vancouver, Canada, and super excited about fundraising.
Awesome. Dennis.
Hey everyone, I'm Dennis. I'm calling in from San Francisco Bay Area. I'm really excited about my New Year resolutions and being on track with them.
Awesome. Iwa. You're on mute, love.
Yeah, right. Sorry. My name is Iwa. I'm from the Bay Area. I'm really excited about the blue sky and the sunny day so I can go hiking.
Awesome. Tammy.
Hi, Tammy. I'm from Connecticut, and I'm really excited that I finally found an editor. I just launched a LinkedIn Live series, Winning at Wealth and Wellness last month, and I have an editor who I think is going to magically refine it.
Cool. Yashi.
Hi, I'm Yashi. I'm in Brooklyn, New York. I'm excited / nervous about my first improv show this Saturday. So I'm taking an improv class.
Super cool. Gina.
Hi, I'm Gina Levy. I'm in Berkeley right now. I'm excited about, I'm going to a summit series event this evening. That's another community that I'm part of, and they're doing an SF event tonight. And then I'm also excited to be leading the Light DAO, or not really leading, but bringing together the Light DAO community building mastermind. And I hear, Florence, you're starting a community. And if anybody else is building a community, please reach out to me. We're putting that together and hope to do our first session in the next week or two.
Thank you, Gina. Andreas.
Hey everybody, Andreas, Las Vegas. And I'm really excited to be building a custom executive coaching GPT right now. that uses our different like models specifically to coach people to higher performance. So I'm pretty excited to see if we can actually get that to function the way we want.
Cool. Steve.
Steve Coe, also from Las Vegas. I'm excited for my first onboarding group session with some Army veterans who are suffering from PTSD, and I hope to help them recover faster.
Awesome. Anand.
Hey guys, Anand Dugar, live in Los Angeles. Most excited about launching a new company on March 5th.
Wow. Anand's actually our guest speaker at our next LA Salon next week. Cheryl.
Hi, my name is Cheryl. I'm here in New York from Bolivia, and I'm excited about seeing friends this weekend that I haven't seen in a long time.
Beautiful. Elena.
Hi, everyone. Elena Isaacson. I am in Oakland, California. I'm excited about this conscious community and the fact that it's all just picking up speed, and I'm no longer the weird one talking about all this stuff all by myself. And I'm excited about helping people with my chops, which is branding, marketing stuff, to really bring it into fruition.
Awesome. Ludwig.
Hi, Ludivine, Ludi. I'm from Paris at 2 a.m. in the morning, and I'm excited to be with you guys and to build my new life.
Ludwig, thank you so much for joining us. When I saw you, I thought, oh my gosh, what is she doing joining us from Paris in the middle of the night? I thought maybe you were traveling somewhere. So thank you so much.
No, I love you too much, guys.
Oh, wow. Really appreciate it.
Person.
Yes, I'm from Taiwan. Excited about making smart contracts easily accessible for all developers and Web2 companies, and of course also the weekend.
Awesome, thanks, brother. Jesse.
Hey everyone, I'm in Chicago, Illinois this week. I get to split my time between here and the West Coast with some of you in LA and SF, but I'm here this week about the thing that I'm very most excited about, which is putting together a strategy around a massive public art project that will actually revolve around consciousness and around taking people, the public, through sort of a journey of consciousness. So I'll just leave it there for now, but lots more to chat about with some of you.
Awesome. Super cool. Well, so thank you everyone and Ruby.
I haven't gone.
Ruby.
So you know what? You started out by talking about the sun. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is like our first Sunday. You can actually see the sun. We have had like 2 weeks of rain. So I'm just so excited to actually wake up in the morning and see sun and not gray clouds.
Very cool. So I'm gonna kick off, updates and share kind of things, and we can have this as a conversation. So if anything comes up that anybody has a question on or a comment about global community updates, please go ahead and chime in. So I will share my screen. So as many of you know, LightDAO is a global community of conscious entrepreneurs and investors. There's a lot on the agenda. I won't go through all this. We'll just go through it. Hopefully we get through everything. So why LightDAO? Our mission is expanding the collective consciousness by connecting heart-led, growth-driven leaders to do business as a force for good. Purpose meets passion generates profit. Our vision is to co-create a thriving, regenerative future for humanity by developing values-aligned relationships and connecting all conscious leaders globally. And from there, business flows organically. So we're all about empowering relationships based on values. And over time, as we develop trust, business will happen with people that we're values aligned with. In about 10 months since we've launched in April of last year, we've grown from just a small group of my friends to over 600 people globally. And that's the power of community and also having a decentralized platform. We've launched from my hometown in LA to New York, San Francisco, Dubai, and Taipei. We're expanding to, I'm hoping, at least 10 more cities, to be in at least 15 cities by the end of this year. Just to name a few: Lisbon, Puerto Rico, Austin, Indonesia, Australia, London, and more. We actually have our Taipei ambassador on this call. Are you still here with us, Jason? If you are, maybe you could say a few words about how things are going in Taipei and what your feeling is about bridging Asia with the world and the US.
All right, so I just arrived on the mountain. This is the dojo we have. This is the two Kung Fu master. So Benji and William. So usually we have some Kung Fu wine ceremony before we train, because the kind of Kung Fu we train is not, it's not very lovely sometimes. It's very painful, but it's really good for you in a very intense way.
Trauma release. Right?
Yeah, trauma release. Okay, that's the word. So yeah, we just started building this for the third gatherings this month, and I'm determined to expand this in Asia with Payam, because I think there's a huge need of such community exists here in Asia overall. Yeah, I think whole world needs it, but just looking at Asia, you can look at it both way. On some aspect, you can look at it as it's already embedded within the society, this conscious thinking in the family, in the daily practice. But somehow, that existing practice is not consciously known by the community. Okay, so what does that mean? It means if someone can really activate that. Okay, so people are more shy here in Asia in general, are less expressive, even though they care each other, more or less in the community in a very natural way. But it's not very well promoted, especially dealing with business in entrepreneurship practice. So I think it's a great way to bring people together and encourage people to work together. So that's really my takeaway. And I see Harrison is here. So Harrison is also a family friend of mine. And now we decided to build this community together here in Taiwan.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think is that good for now?
That's great, Rada. Thank you for the background and your dedication to partnering with us and growing the community. So what we're doing at a global level is we're hosting frequent, intimate, curated, and intentional in-person gatherings and experiences that are really meant to foster deep, meaningful connection. And again, building real valuable relationships where we can do life together and then business will flow organically. We also do a lot of virtual stuff. And when we get to a slide on masterminds, I'll maybe have Gina and Sophie who are on the call talk a little bit about what that's about. And we already have over 80 DAO owners where there's token exchanges happening within the community based on attending gatherings and receiving of tokens through contribution in the community. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. We have been making a lot of global impact and community impact through all the relationships that have been developed. We've lost track. We know just in the first few months, every day there was connections being happened. At this point, I'm confident that many more connections are being made on a regular basis. And we've even invested in companies and some of the investments that we've even made, other investors in our network have topped up investments in addition to an initial investment by Light DAO. We are hosting salons, as we mentioned, on a regular basis. These are just a few examples that we've had in the last couple weeks. In New York, we hosted Jeff Gitterman, who's a wealth manager with over $1 billion in assets under advisory. Maybe Ruby can speak about the gathering we had briefly for in San Francisco 2 nights ago with Ashley Bell, which was a very powerful evening. Ruby, do you want to speak about that a little bit?
Yeah, I think there was a couple of you that were here. That room was just, I think everybody was mesmerized for because Ashley is not your typical investor or even entrepreneur. He has like deep, deep relationships, all the capital centers from New York and finance to Washington, D.C. for politics to San Francisco for tech and even LA for media. And it was just an amazing room, about 40 some people. And you know, it was quite amazing. And if you're interested in hearing Ashley's story, we will have the recording of that available because,
Yeah.
again, he's quite an exceptional leader.
Yeah, it's interesting because Ashley has signaled to somebody who told me today that he wants to do the same thing in Toronto with us now. So so yeah, so a lot of exciting things. We don't just do salons, we do potlucks, we do sound baths, breath work, investor meetups, tea ceremonies, and more. So there's a lot of types of gatherings that we do in addition to the salon experience. This is our schedule coming up over the next few weeks. Next week, we're hosting another DAO owner, Christian Elam. He's a GP of Bachmanity Capital, that's in New York. Anand, who's on this call, sustainable business. He's grown his business to be in over 37 cities. It's a telehealth, medical marijuana prescription company and more. And he bootstrapped that to grow across the US, and he in one of the few situations where he still owns 100% of the company. So I'm excited to talk about Anand and his story here in LA. We have a couple more gatherings coming up in LA, and I see we're still planning our March gatherings for SF, Dubai, and Taipei. And then we have these virtual connects and town halls every month. So those are also going to be end of March as well. We're also going to do a spring equinox party here in LA for those in LA. That's not on this calendar here, but it'll be updated and sent on the WhatsApp group in our portal. We are planning our inaugural Light DAO retreat. And I wanted to actually take a real-time poll from you guys on your thoughts about this. So this is going to be a multi-day experience, bringing the community together from all around the world. Just a quick overview of what this is about. It's going to be a 3-day experience that's filled with connection, intellectual stimulating conversation, fun and games. There'll be an evening of party. There'll be daytime free time to go out and do adventures, some workshops. And so it'll be just a mix of fun, getting to know each other, intellectual stimulation, games, and more. The top 3, so we've sent out a survey to our DAO owners, and I'm just kind of curious to get a pulse from the people that are on this call. So the shortlist options that we are looking at right now are between Cabo, that's Cabo, Mexico, Dominican Republic, which is in the Caribbean, and Cuba. And the experience will be similar in terms of the programming, but these are the 3 options that we've shortlisted: Cabo, Dominican Republic, and Cuba. So I'm going to actually send out a quick poll for everyone right now. And if you could just answer it, hopefully you see something on your screen right now. If you see it, please answer it. If you don't see it, let me know. Does everyone see this? Does anyone not see it?
Already voted.
Awesome. Awesome. We have, seems like 13 of the 22 of us have responded. Give it another 10 seconds. All right, we have 16 of the 22. That feels good enough for now. There's 17. 5 more seconds. We got 18 of 22. All right, cool. I'm gonna end it. So I don't know how this works. I've never done this before, but number 1 came out Cabo. And it looks like I can't even tell what. Actually, no, number 1 came out Cuba, it looks like. And then Dominican Republic and Cabo came out 2 and 3. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of this so I just have it in my. Cool. Thank you guys for that feedback. So this is going to happen end of October or early November. We have a few date options that we're working with on this one. So, so we have a novel approach of building community. We have a decentralized currency, and every single person in the community has equal access to accruing tokens. It doesn't matter if it's me or Ruby as co-founders, or if it's anybody else who's joining like DAO, as we call a DAO owner. Tokens are required to attend gatherings. Everybody has the ability to attend a gathering complimentary as a DAO guest, and if they decide to be a part of the community, at least in person, then they can opt in as a DAO owner to receive more currency. And those are required. There's also the lighthouses, which I'll talk about, and more that we ask to have people tokens to continue to have more benefits in the community. We also have the mechanisms in place for people's token balance to go up. Think of it as like a point system. So the more somebody co-creates in the community, the more they receive tokens. And then the tokens also represent individuals, what we call social equity or voting power. So for example, even like a vote like we just did for the retreat, when we're on the blockchain and these things become more official, the number of tokens that people hold actually attribute to their voting power for different decisions that are made. So we also launched recently our Lighthouse program. I'm proud to have the first lighthouse of my home in Beverly Hills. You could see a little bit of the view of the home in Beverly Hills. But the way this works is anybody in the community that has an extra bedroom or a home to offer, they can make it available to the community, and they set the terms. So you could set the terms for how many tokens per night, or if you only want, for example, Hannah, who I think just recently joined, she's planning on making her a room in her home available, but she only wants it available for female DAO owners in the community. So you can set your own rules and the number of tokens that it would cost, or somebody needs to pay in tokens to stay in the community. So if anybody is interested in making their home available in the community, please feel free to reach out to me. These are some of the recent DAO owners that have joined us in January. Just to name a few, Dave is a very powerful musician and so gifted and skilled. He's actually plays at some of our LA gatherings and some of our parties. So I'm just delighted to have Dave. Mike is an exited founder and investor. He invests in different companies. Ali Roshan is the founder of ClearMD. He scaled the business similar to actually Anand to profitability and scaled it quite a lot during COVID. Summer is our Australia ambassador, and she's a founder and just a beautiful soul. Don Chen's a partner of a fund investing in health tech. Christian is another GP of a fund. He's actually a speaker at a gathering next week in New York. Ronnie is a founder and a leadership coach and just a very bright and beautiful soul. And Zoe is a founder of another company called Glass. So just delighted to have downers, and every month we spend time on highlighting, not just every month, but in gatherings and different experiences, we always promote and sponsor and highlight DAO owners that join the community. The mastermind teams, these are 4 or 5 person peer support teams based on different topics. So these are 5 that are active and getting off the ground right now. So Iggy is leading a Iggy's leading a men's health group. Gina is leading a building and growing communities mastermind team. Marcello is leading a crypto and blockchain based mastermind. Eric is running a rethinking profitability and sustainable business mastermind. And Sophie is running a go-to-market strategy mastermind. Maybe Gina, you can give a quick 30, you did already, but maybe you can give a quick 30-second overview of what your mastermind is about, and then Sophie could do the same for hers.
I think Gina might have stepped away. She
Gina
said
stepped away.
she had.
Okay.
I think she said she had to go catch something.
Is Sophie still on the call?
Hi, yes.
Hi, Sophie. Can you
Hi.
want to give a quick overview of what your mastermind is?
Sure. So we kicked it off. I don't know, I figured we'd get it done. So we did a lot of cat herding with the calendaring and the time zones, but I'm really glad that we got a few great people on the mastermind. Some of them are here today, Dennis, Ludovine, and Steve. And so the mastermind is about, bringing people who have interest in this topic. And I know a lot of people didn't read what Ruby posted in the portal, but it's not meant to be me teaching anything, or it's more about each taking turns facilitating and discussing the topic. So go-to-market strategies, where a lot of us are founders and we are, going from 0 to 1. So we're supporting each other and giving each other ideas and advice on how do we get that initial 10 customers, right? It's a lot of throwing spaghetti on the wall, figuring out what your audience is, your messaging, your positioning, your value prop, and really discussing those strategies in a very open and honest, I guess, forum. And it's going to last for 4 meetings, and then we can determine whether we continue or not. But that's the idea, is that we can kind of have our collective gathering to share our process and ideas. So the first meeting has been great.
Awesome.
That's fabulous, Sophie. Congratulations. So that is one of the benefits of being a DAO owner, is that you can initiate a team around something that you're interested in, that you want to explore together. And the purpose of all these is really to get our tribe together, a group of 4 to 5 people, sharing, getting to know each other for 4-week commitment only. And then you can continue onward with whatever you would like to do with that team, if you want to continue with it or reconfigure or whatever. So if there's any DAO owners who are interested in initiating something, I think Summer from Australia, now she wants to initiate one for female founders and investors. All right. So that's probably going to be coming online too.
Cool. Yeah, so these are an ongoing rolling platform that we have within the DAO. So as anybody in the community wants to launch, any DAO owners want to launch a mastermind, these are going to be ongoing. So the number of masterminds that are happening at any given moment will evolve as we grow and scale, and the types, of course, and the people that are in them. And people can even join multiple masterminds at the same time, as long as there's availability and space in them. Cool. So we also have global ambassadors. We've already heard from Jason in Taipei. I'm currently the ambassador for Los Angeles. Ruby's the ambassador, and now Gina is also stepping into an ambassador role as well in San Francisco. So we continue to roll out an ambassador program in different cities. So if you're, and I'm happy to talk a little bit more about that, but there is a token and cash compensation in place for global ambassadors, and you must be a DAO owner to be an ambassador. So if you're interested in helping us grow the community, whether it's hosting gatherings or it's helping us just build community and bring more people, guests, and DAO owners into the community, that's what the ambassador program is for. And there is a cash and token compensation for ambassadors. So please let me know if you're a DAO owner and you're interested in being in a role of kind of stepping up into a little bit more of a leadership position in your city.
So Tammy just asked a really good question. So
Uh-huh.
Tammy, what you can do is in our WhatsApp, you can post like, you know, who's going to Austin for, you know, South by Southwest, okay? So that's what I would encourage you to do because there probably are definitely people who are going, and that would be a great way to get people together. For example, there's a bunch of people going to East Denver next week. There's about at least half a dozen of them, and they're all going to be getting together.
Yeah. And we're actually launching an Austin chapter in the next month or two. So we're actually in the final stages of putting that in the calendar. So so we're going to be building a big Austin community in the coming months. So stay on the lookout for that.
Oh, okay, good, Constantine. So, Constantine, look for there's going to be a WhatsApp group specifically made for the Denver East people. Okay, so look out for that in WhatsApp when that's going to be coming up.
Cool. So some of the benefits, we've kind of already gone through that, but just to highlight a little bit more about what it means to be a DAO owner. So it's access to all of our global gatherings in the 5 cities that we're in right now. And as we launch more, there's more coming online. Staying at community lighthouses in cities around the world. So as of now, my house in Beverly Hills is open to the community. And then the retreat that I reviewed earlier, and we actually have a lot of discounts that are posted by other events that are being run by other DAO owners, and they typically give DAO owners discounts on their events as well. We spend time making introductions for people in the community. So if you're looking for fundraising, or if you're looking to connect with somebody in particular, or if you're initiating a mastermind team, we'll spend the time to figure out who's the right fit to connect you into those mastermind teams. We'll also even provide personalized advisory support. I'm happy to get on calls with anybody that might need some support. And then also the virtual connects, having unlimited participation in the virtual connects. And then there's voting on various DAO decisions. So as we grow, the voting platform will evolve, and there will be much more that will also take place in terms of day-to-day decisions that will be accessible to the community. Access to our global membership directory and WhatsApp groups. And then we're rolling out an investment platform. I'll talk a little bit more about that later when it's more official. And we have a virtual showcase that we highlight DAO owners, and we'll put together a little video and post it on our channels and our newsletter and our WhatsApp group. Social media promotion and highlights at gatherings, like being a speaker, for example. DAO ownership is when somebody opts in to being a deeper part of the community with the benefits that we just discussed. And for that, you receive a 1,500 token starting point. And from there, your token balance goes up and down depending on the level of contribution in the community. So the initial price that somebody pays to become a DAO owner is 1,123. There's also a monthly payment plan. And then here's a dictionary of ways that somebody can accrue tokens. Many people that are early adopters that have joined us in the last 10 months have more tokens credited than they've actually started out with. So if you, for example, bring a guest to a gathering, or if you refer somebody that becomes a DAO owner, or if you host the gathering at your home, or if you are a facilitator, of either a virtual or in-person gathering. If you're a lighthouse host, like you actually make your home available for somebody to stay in. If you lead a virtual connect, that's the monthly, virtual versions of groups of 4. Sophie has led us kindly at the virtual connects, so she's compensated in tokens when she does that. Leading a mastermind team, so for those that lead mastermind teams, you're also compensated in tokens. And then a city catalyst, like being a chapter lead, gets 5,000 plus tokens. So that's a lot of value for us, somebody that steps into a more of a leadership role. And if you're in a day-to-day operating role, actually Dennis recently joined us as somebody who's helping us with a lot of the automation of our technology platforms. Somebody in an operating role also receives tokens. So I think that's that. And then this is just like kind of my ending statement. Together, we will transcend all the fear, scarcity mindset, traumas, violence, and hate around the world by leading with compassion, love, joy, and abundance mindset and gratitude. If you haven't read my paper about light philosophy, I go deep into the science and kind of spirituality and values framework of how I think about light philosophy. So if you're interested in reading my thoughts on that, you can read the paper. It's actually linkable through our newly launched website, which is wearelight.one. So I'll open it up. We still have about 15 minutes. If there's any questions, comments, thoughts, feelings, anything that anybody wants to discuss, we have 15 minutes for the floor. So happy to have an open table conversation.
One thing I would like to add is that, we currently have a portal, and we're very excited that in about a month, within 6 weeks, we're going to be migrating over to this AI-based portal. And the big difference is right now, it's like passive. Like if you have a director, you have to go onto the portal to meet people, to find people you're interested in, find the content, and find the opportunities. But with this AI-based thing, just let me give you an example of how it's going to be practically implemented. So let's say every week there's a newsletter that goes out. And if there's 500 members, there's going to be 500 different versions of that newsletter. Because what it's going to be delivering to you is like the 2 or 3 people that's perfect for you to meet anywhere around the world, based on all of these AI variables and criteria. So they can both be like on a personal level, like places that you want to travel to, or, like bucket list items that you want to do in your life, to like what kind of businesses are you looking for to align with, and what kind of funding and all that. All right. So just imagine every week you're going to get something personalized to you about the people that you should be meet, that you would probably want to meet, the opportunities, and then your business and who you are will also be disseminated that way. So that's really going to be able to create, community on a really true global level. So look out for it. It's going to be coming out about a month or so.
Yeah, so that's super exciting. And what's great about that platform is we're like the perfect, we actually have been dreaming, Ruby and I, about a lot of the technology that we're building. And what I'm really excited about is really bringing the values-based framework that is core to the community into the real world through technology. So what we're going to do through the onboarding process is when you create your account, we're going to say, what are your 5 core values? And you can have a drop down and select them. And if you don't know what your top 5 values are yet, we're going to give you a little values exercise, a little homework assignment. You're going to go for an hour and do that. And you can come back and input your 5 values. And so through this experience, we not only are getting in touch with ourselves at a deeper level and getting to know who we are, but we're also going to then, through that, connect at a deeper level with people that are aligned in our own values, because we're all unique. We all have our own ways of being and our superpowers and the talented gifts that we all have. And the manifestation of that in this experience is through our value system. So you can go in and input your top 5 values. You can go in and say, here are my top 5 business interests. Here are the things that I'm investing in. Here are the places that I love to visit. Here are my top 5 hobbies. So we have 50 attributes that are tied to each person. The more data that we collect or you input about yourself, the better it's going to be. And we're going to then, as Ruby said, every week or every so often when we send out that newsletter, that email, it's every single one of our email newsletters is unique to us. And it's going to connect us to each person in the community that is value aligned, business aligned, and it's like the person you have to meet. So I'm very excited about that, just like Ruby.
Yeah, so Andreas, you asked a question about that profile needs to be. Yeah, the more that you share, that you input, the better it's going to generate for you, right? Because we don't have, if the AI system, you all know, AI learns based on what the information they get. So the more information you put in, the other thing is that AI is also going to be observing your behavior too. So there, it's literally going to be looking at, what are you really looking at? What are you spending time on? All right. So anyways, we just want to give you this little advance notice since you're on this town hall, and look for the announcements coming out. But I'm really, really excited because this is like the kind of technology I've been looking for a couple years. And the people who are doing this, they've been working on it for several years already. And the CTO is a real expert in ML and AI. And, it's been working on AI and ML stuff for years and years. So it's a very evolved and very sophisticated platform already. But let's see, let's get our hands and use it. All right. So this is just a quick preview for now.
Yeah. Anything else anybody wants to talk about? Any questions? Any exciting things that you want to share with the community? Don't be shy.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
I can-
openings under. Okay, go ahead and ask the question. Yes, go ahead.
Or
It's less of a question. I just wanted to do shout out for Yuna, who's like the leader in New York. Like I was participating in the event with Jeff Gitterman, and she did an amazing job. It was an amazing crowd. Jeff gave like his speech about like how he became awakened, and like it was very special. So just wanted to share this.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So
yeah.
Andreas, to answer your question, the ones that have openings right now, like Sophie's GTM group is full and it started already. The crypto one is also handled. There's openings in the men's health. There's openings in the looking at profit, and also Gina's about building community. A lot of you are building community, so I think that one would be very interesting for several of you. All right, and then we're going to do the women one also. And again, if any of you have some ideas that you would like to initiate, let me know. All right.
Okay, thank you, Ruby.
Yeah, Constantine, I did want to comment on that. I actually, speak about my own awakening experience at some of the gatherings that, when I'm at some of them myself. I think this experience that we're living, we're all on that journey somewhere. Some of us are a little bit more asleep still. Some of us are a little more awake still. But we're all on that journey together, and we're here to hold everyone's hand on that journey, because that's what this is about, is being here and supporting each other.
100%, brother. Thank you for sharing this. And yeah, it's good to unite, with people who are like, it doesn't matter where they are in the journey, but at least they're going to the same direction.
Yeah, exactly. We're all in a direction. Does anybody want to share their awakening journey or anything kind of like that? I'd love to hear anybody's story if anybody has anything to share in that realm. Constantine, maybe you had experienced something, or Shine. You're raising your hand, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, I had recently a really big one. I'm sure most people are familiar with Abraham Hicks, probably. And I've been following them for years, and I had some past trauma that really had propelled me into trying to like fight all of my negative emotions and all of my triggers and stuff, and it just made it worse. And I recently found something where I would just meditate and quiet my mind until I started to hear positive thoughts without thinking. All my focus was on just no thought and meditation. And then just these positive thoughts would just start to like come in very organically. And then I would go for a drive or a walk and just let it go for like sometimes, like hours. And it's just helped me get to this place of extreme clarity, kind of like Neo in the Matrix, where everything feels like clear and slow and easy. And it's just it made all the difference in terms of making decisions, feeling stable, feeling clear, and it's been the best thing ever for me.
Awesome.
Wonderful. Yeah, the Abraham Hicks book, Asking It Is Given. That was my original Bible. So I read that many times.
We went on their Mediterranean cruise, and it was unbelievable. I couldn't recommend that any more highly. It was the best thing ever. That's what it really took that for me to kind of shift some of these like entrenched beliefs and patterns. It was a 12 days through Italy, Spain, and France, and it was just amazing.
I would agree. I went on one of their cruises also. I felt like the boat was, the ship was like floating on the water the whole time. So
Callie?
I think Steve has his hand up.
Sure.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I just wanted to share a recent breakthrough that I had. I'd been reading about shadow side integration or shadow work, and it hadn't made a whole lot of sense to me at the time. I knew I had a shadow side and everything. I was just kind of grappling with it and not really knowing what to do with it. And it really showed up when I would get triggered, especially in my relationship. And I would sort of demand to be right. And I would kind of get upset, get activated, just start shouting. But I always felt like I was justified. And then one day, about 2 weeks ago, I really looked at that sort of behavior in light and asked myself, like, is that really my highest self? Is that really who I want to be? No, was the resounding answer. And then I was like, then why am I justifying that behavior? And what clicked for me was that I had to accept the fact that I am a human and I'm a man who has a temper and lets it get the better of me. And when I kind of accepted that instead of justifying it, it actually released a lot inside of me. And I don't think I've had a sort of a temper tantrum since.
Wow.
Fingers crossed. But then I finally sort of comprehended what they meant by shadow integration. The integration was acceptance of the fact that I have this in me and I can be an asshole.
Thank you for sharing, brother.
Sure.
Leslie,
I just have a
able to
question
show your
for-
video in your face, that'll be amazing.
Sorry, I'm actually, sorry, I can't.
It's okay.
So, question for Callie, can you share the name of, sorry, can you share the name of the author that you mentioned that encouraged your positive thoughts?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh,
sorry, your name is, it's
Shine.
shown as Shine. Shine,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's Abraham Hicks. I'll write it in the chat.
Thank you.
They're one of the most well-known and most famous in the transformational arena.
Anyone else have anything to share or any questions to ask about what I shared or anything else?
I actually have a question, Pam. Do we get to vote for the speakers for upcoming events?
Do we get to vote for what, sorry?
The upcoming events.
Speakers.
Speakers, yes.
So if you're a DAO owner, then you have a lot of input on how we operate as a DAO.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Uh-huh. But if you
I have
if
to
you
tell
have
you,
somebody if you have somebody to recommend to us, we'll definitely take the recommendation, of course.
you know what we need to do is like the speakers have been phenomenal in all the cities. Have you been seeing the latest newsletter that came out that had all the speakers from the cities? It's like they are all been, as Constantine said, you know, in New York was amazing, and pretty much we have part of it is that, you know, we just have incredible people on our network. And the people on our network also know other really, really incredible people. You know, so for example, we were talking about Ashley, who just spoke at both LA and San Francisco. He has a $500 million fund for women in the underserved. Then he has a separate $50 million fund for, you know, financial institutions for African Americans. And then he just also bought like the production company in Hollywood for Suits and some of the big hits. And then he was also a former White House advisor and SBA administrator. So it's just amazing. You know, we're so lucky that we're attracting these type of people into our network because, you know, they just really love the vision, as Payam explained. You know, we're one of the few out there that are really, really focused on not just business success and financial success, but also, you know, we talk about how we are, you know, a private club for network of entrepreneurs and investors around the globe who really care about social impact, conscious leadership, and also our own personal growth, in addition to business and financial success. So
Andreas, thank you for that comment.
Don't forget this point, huh? Not
Yeah,
really.
I think some sort of
Because it's just very available, you know. It's like
Yeah, Payam, I got a
fastest
suggestion.
looking thing around.
I think since you're coming to Asia, can you hear me?
yeah.
Yeah, I think since you're coming to Asia and maybe some of the Light Down members want to come with you this time. And I think that's also a signal. I'm determined to build Light Down here in Asia, starting here in Taiwan. And I think that this East and West situation is perhaps is the greatest problem in our century to solve. And I think all of us should participate in this. And I really welcome everybody coming here. And let me know if anything that I can help here in Asia in general.
great idea. Great idea, Jason. So
Yeah, happy to put our world tour on the calendar and see.
We'll figure this out.
So everyone, if you have not experienced our virtual connect, I think you really want to experience that. That is a really special signature Light Down experience. And, you know, it's an opportunity for people to get to know each other really, really well in a 30-minute time span. And Sophie will be leading it. So if you're free Monday at 5 o'clock Pacific time, and you haven't experienced it, even if you have experienced, like Steve and Dennis, I think you've all experienced it. We welcome you to come back, right? Because it is like a very special time, and you get to meet people all around the world and make connections at a very deep level within 15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be like out of nowhere.
Thank you, everyone, for your time. We're at the top of the hour. Much love.
And we'll see. Oh, I see this.
See everyone soon. Have a good night.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you all for being here.
Bye.
Bye.